Good morning, all. Well, Owen and I finished out the farmers market season with a bang yesterday. We were the only vendor there that were accepting the Farmer's Friend nutrition program checks, I think also known as WIC checks. So we sold out of everything early. So I can't tell you how thankful I am for that kid. He was such a great help this year. Today, now that the farmer's market is done, we are gonna go out and harvest what's in the garden today. What's left is just kind of a lot of onions, some tomatoes that I gotta get off the plants before it's too cold. And then I'm going to cover some things with frost cover, and then I'm going to let the chickens have their way with the rest of the garden. I'm not really looking forward to this. It's too cold out here already. It would be nice if we at least had the sun. That would warm it up a little, but it's gonna be some, look out Evie. It's gonna be some cold hands gardening. Okay, so if you don't know, if I haven't made it painfully obvious, I am a first-time homesteader, and this is actually only probably my second time growing onions, but I got really fascinated with onions last winter, and so we grew a whole bunch of different kinds, and this is my absolute favorite. This is kind of a big example. This is probably more the size of what I picked. It's a gold coin or cipollini onion, and it is my all-time favorite. If you roast them in butter, you just, cut the ends off, put them in a cast iron pan or an oven-proof pan, cover them in butter, kind of melt some butter in the pan and just kind of get them all covered. Cook them for 5 minutes and then stick them in the oven on like 300 or 350, well, probably 300, for 20 minutes. They are the best roasting onions I've ever had. They just like get sweet and melty and caramelized, and I mean, you could just eat them out of the pan. So I would definitely do these again. What I would not do is, so here's the lesson I learned. We didn't have enough new compost before I planted the onions. So I planted them, it was probably April. I'll look back and see if I can find it. And I hadn't picked up compost yet. So when I did pick up the compost, we went back over the onions, actually all of the beds, and put the compost down. And while I don't think it hurt the onions any, I mean, we still got a ton of onions, it was a lot harder to find them when I was digging them out. So I wouldn't do that again. And I don't know if it contributed to the weeds at all, but you can see behind me, I mean, we just had a ton of weeds in here from the compost, but we also have a ton of worms. And I feel like all these weeds, I mean, they add a lot of structure to the soil. So there's a lot of organic matter we're adding. That is all the onions that we have left. And we've sold a bunch at the farmer's market. Probably had twice that much. The other thing about those cipollini onions is they did really well at the market. Once I told people how to prepare them and they tried them, they kept coming back asking for them. I cut back the greenhouse cucumbers a few days ago, and now I am going to cut back the outside cucumbers. You can see we have had enough nights of near freezing that they are completely done. I always think it's so interesting to see that things like the cabbage, and that's a mustard. You know, look at what they can tolerate, and the carrots, compared to these cucumbers that are just gone. I just think that's so interesting, especially because cucumber plants, like, they seem like tough leaves. You know, you don't want to pick them without gloves, and they're pretty sturdy plants, but some of you might remember back in, I think it was March, I direct seeded some beets inside the greenhouse. And then when I thinned them, I brought the ones I thinned out to the garden and planted them, and they haven't done anything. So I don't know, I think that test was a flop, but I was gonna try to pull a few out here and just see if we grew any beets. Oh, actually, I didn't think it didn't look like from the soil that they had grown. So there we go. Maybe we will get some. Maybe not. But in any case, I'm gonna pull these out of here because I wanna let the chickens in here, and I don't wanna give them any beets if I can have them. Oh, there we go. I'm kind of feeling ambitious, and I don't have a ton. I didn't get a ton of beets, but I'm thinking I might roast these, cut them up, and then freeze them. Where did I put the pruner? There you are. So the next thing I'm going to do is pull all of the tomatoes off these plants. That was just 2 plants. I'm going to need more trays. I think that'll work. So I'm gonna do that crisscross pattern all the way down this bed here and cover it up with a frost cover. And my goal really with this isn't that it's gonna last all winter, but I wanna get the chickens in here and I don't want him to eat any of this. You're not going to be able to do that, Skittles, when the chickens are in here. They'll peck at you. You know what woke me up this morning? Skittles was on the roof of the house. I thought, is it thundering?
Oh my
Oh
god.
my gosh! Look at the size of that worm. Look at the size of that one. That one will make a lot of worm castings. We'll go put him back. All right, I ordered a 30% frost cover from Johnny's Seeds. This is what we're gonna put over the beds. This is 2 of them, right?
Yeah. This is
I
fine.
guess we can leave it.
I mean, we can take the one off and do that afterwards. You have enough extra at the end? So.
Of course, the wind has to pick up right now.
Yeah.
It's folded, so it's not like it's 2 layers. It's folded in half. So we'll just leave it doubled up. It's fine. Well, it is getting dark out here, so we are gonna go in and we're starving. But we did get 3 beds. So 1, 2, and 3 covered. So the goal here is just to keep the chickens out of these beds because we're going to bring them in tomorrow morning. I just had an itch in the back of my mind that there were more potatoes in one of these beds, and I was right. So this bed right here, I know it just looks like a bunch of weeds now, but there were some tomato plants I cut down in there. I was like, I feel like there's some potatoes in there. Sure enough, there are. So I think we're still gonna let the chickens in tomorrow, but I'm just gonna come in here while they're in here and pull out that last. I don't think it's the whole row. I don't think it's the whole row of potatoes. I think it's maybe just a half a row. But join us in the morning. The chickens are excited. So glad I planted this basil in here. We're gonna use it for dinner. All right, let's watch Joel's dough work.
Well, this is
What?
very elasticity.
Elastic. Is it not good?
No, it's fine.
This is good, I think. Don't you?
Yeah.
Is it too wet? Look at that. It's the size of your head. No, it's not, but look at that. How big of a clove of garlic that is.
Yeah.
I grew that. That looks good. Ooh, that looks really good. Can't wait to eat that.
I know. Yeah.
Okay, I can sauce those.
Yeah.
You don't think we need just a little bit more? You think we need a little bit more for everything?
You're just fine.
This pizza's gonna be able to keep vampires away. It's got so much garlic on it.
Maybe more garlic. Yeah, I just wanted, I felt like it needed more garlic.
Oh, I agree. I think it'd be really good. We should like make some garlic infused oil and then bottle it. Ooh, that's pretty.
We got more garlic here to use up.
Yeah, get it all on there.
I just want to put some on the actual just pizza. It doesn't have to be on the tomatoes. Drizzle that. Oh yeah.
This has to be my favorite pizza. Well, I don't know. I love the sausage and onion one though too.
Yeah.
Our Hawaiian's pretty good. Wow.
Oh.
And when we do the garbage pizza with the green olives, it's pretty good too.
Yeah.
There's Owen's dinner and breakfast and lunch for the weekend. Here's the hot pad. Yep, that's definitely my favorite. Thank you. Okay, so this is an ode to some of our favorite YouTubers. If you guys know Eric and Ariel from Simple Living Alaska, they were probably the first channel we ever followed.
Yeah. I think
Like 6 years ago or something. And we just love all of the food.
so. They make gourmet food.
Yeah. And Ariel always looks for the taste, you know, like she can taste the garlic or something gets lost. And Eric always says,
Oh my gosh. That is the best pizza I've ever had.
I
Flavor.
Mm-hmm.
The garlic.
Yeah, you can really taste the garlic. I'm glad we did that. Put the garlic in with the tomatoes.
Tomatoes fresh from the
Oh my
garden.
gosh, that was a really good tomato. So, all this is said with love. We're not trying to make fun at all. So thanks for
Cheers.
watching. Yep, they do that too. Cheers. Thanks for watching, and if you're new here, we hope you'll subscribe. And stay tuned for lots of stuff going on in the greenhouse.
Am I over too far?
No, turn though.
I am.
Keep going.
Ooh, this is chicken paradise right now. The lucky days.
Of course, they would go for the plastic tags. Let's see if they try to get under my netting there. And they go to the
Oh, that's what I was saying here.
feed.
Let's just take that out of here. Like that. Don't you think?
That's fine. They'll eventually get the rest. This is a new spot, huh guys? It's kind of fun. This should take you 2 weeks to get through all of this. Probably going to be a little bit of work to get this place put back together again. You're not eating the lettuce. Chickens will always be the first to show you why something might be a bad idea. That from there to there is only 2.5, 3 feet. Hopefully Evie keeps them inside. Don't eat the tape. Leave it. And I knew they would go for that one little piece of plastic showing there. Get out of there. This is that row of potatoes I forgot about. They're kind of digging it up.
Trying to find them before they do.
Yeah, they're just... So they're gonna, you know, spread out all our piles. So we're just gonna have to put them all back together again.
Yeah. Let's see what we got. Oh, nice. 5.
Remember how I said I thought I just expected more potatoes?
Yeah.
Are you helping? We just hadn't dug them all up yet.